Hi, my name is Noor, and I'm here on YouTube because I want to create a safe place for anyone to come and feel supported, especially during adversities or when facing difficult times, so that we can learn from our experiences and move on. Also, I want it to be a place where we can motivate and be motivated, inspire, and be inspired as well. So, a little bit about me. My educational background is in psychology, and I've always been fascinated by how the human mind works, how our psyche works, how we operate, how we think a certain thought or feel a certain way, and also if there is a way to change our behavior as well, so that we can have a better progressive life. To start this video, we're going to talk about thoughts and how thoughts are created, and then we're going to touch on beliefs and feelings as well. So, how are thoughts created? Believe it or not, to this day, it's still a mystery to science. And we haven't discovered exactly how thoughts are created, but we do have a general idea. So, our brain has over 100 billion neurons, and all these neurons are interconnected with each other in a very complex, deep connection, which is over a trillion connection, if you can even comprehend that. When a new idea emerges or a new thought emerges in our brain, these neurons they fire an electrochemical signals from one neuron to the next or from one nerve cell to the next. And what they do is they carry these ions, and the more that these interconnections happen is pretty much how thought is created. And then this thought is stored as a memory, as fears, beliefs, or desires. Then we process it in a way that we can understand it by using language. So, in order for the brain to go through that process, it requires energy, it requires fuel. And that fuel comes from glucose and oxygen. And that's why you notice a difference in the quality of your thoughts after you eat something, or after you do deep exercises, or after you take a walk in nature, because the quality of air is better there. Now that we have a general idea of how thoughts are created, a few questions come to mind, like what causes a certain thought to fire, and why do we have certain emotions, and why do we believe certain things? And the answer to that is very complex, but I do believe that our thoughts come to existence when they're exposed to certain stimuli, like that could be external or internal stimuli. Internal stimuli can be linked to certain memories, fears, desires, or beliefs. And external stimuli can be linked to our physical sensations, emotional sensations, our new experiences, or new information that we need to process. Our web of connections is what causes a unique thought process that is special to us, that is tailored to ourselves, because we have our own unique experiences and our own unique way of processing it. And then what we do is that we link certain feelings to these thoughts depending on our experiences of that thought, if that makes any sense. And then the more we think a certain thought and attach a feeling to it, the more we start forming new beliefs, because new neurons start to develop, and these neurons they start to support this new belief or these new ideas, and that's how more neurons are created and more thoughts and beliefs are created. Now, unfortunately, we do have a lot of limiting beliefs, and that's always linked to our fears since childhood, or if we have faced a horrible trauma in our life. It's really tough sometimes to get over a limiting belief, but it's not impossible, and that's why we can learn and unlearn something. Because the more we limit ourselves from thinking a certain thought, or we replace it with new ideas using cognitive therapy, is the more we really start building new beliefs, and the older beliefs they pretty much die because the neurons start dying if you don't think of them, or if you don't keep sending electrochemical signals to them. That's why we really learn and unlearn something. That's why we can grasp new ideas and new concepts when the older ones have been proven to be wrong or inaccurate. That's actually the difference between us and a computer. Computer always follows a certain set of rules or algorithms, but we don't. We tend to break the rules, and that's how creativity is formed. And that's how it's created. To go back to our topic of limiting beliefs or beliefs, how do these beliefs really form? It actually all goes back to our childhood, or when we first start to comprehend our surroundings. That's when we start learning about good and bad. That we can start learning that our behaviors have certain consequences. We know danger from safety. We start growing all these neurons all these interconnected neurons in our brain, which cause this huge web of connections. And all these connections are the most productive or the most benefiting for us. Well, to think about it, really, the brain is trying to save us from danger. Always, that's like the main objective of the brain. But sometimes it can be very limiting because we tend to stay focused on a certain fear or certain thought or certain belief. And unfortunately, sometimes it can be really embedded in us very deeply. But like I said, there's always hope. We can always undo what we did, but it will take a lot of work and a lot of practice. So in general, I just want to give you a general idea of how limiting beliefs work, how we come to creating all these thoughts, all these negative beliefs. But in my future videos, I will talk to you about how we can get over them, how we can progress, how we can reach our potential. So I think that's it for this video. If you guys like it, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. That would help me out. And also you can share it with somebody who is interested. And I promise you in the new videos, there will be a lot more to talk about. And like I said, I want it to be a great, safe space for everybody. So please join me on this journey, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.